Welcome to Analyze It. In this video, I'm going to talk about ChatGPT, specifically the new feature that has been added last week, which is the code interpreter. I will give you a demonstration of how you can use it to improve your productivity when you're doing tasks such as data analysis, data exploration, and also when you want to get insights from your data set, or when you want to have a first shot of your storytelling behind your data set. Lastly, if you're a code Pythoner, I will quickly show you how you can use ChatGPT to help you in working with your code when you're doing data analysis. But first, let us see what is ChatGPT Code Interpreter. Code Interpreter is a new feature that has been recently released by the famous chatbot ChatGPT. It allows ChatGPT to analyze data, create chart, and also solve mathematical problems and edit files. It also supports uploading and downloading files, which was not possible in the previous ChatGPT, or which is not possible in the free version of ChatGPT. Code Interpreter is only available to subscribers of ChatGPT Plus, a service that costs $20 a month, which will be approximately $120 per year, which I believe is really worth to have so that you can improve or boost your productivity whenever you want to analyze, get insight, or have a first shot of the storytelling behind your data set. How it works? You just need to type a prompt. Like the free version of ChatGPT, you type a prompt. And a prompt is like an instruction, discussion topic that you provide to ChatGPT AI model to respond to the specific question that you ask. The prompt can be a question, like I said. It can be a statement or any other stimulus intended to spark creativity, reflection, or engagement from the ChatGPT AI model. When you ask ChatGPT a question via a prompt, it guesses, or let's say it will provide you an answer based on a technological large language model, or LLM. So ChatGPT basically uses the LLM, which is basically a subset of AI. Now, without too much talking, let's go to my computer and see how all of this in practice works. For that, I'm going to take a simple Excel database or data set, and we're going to provide some prompt and see how it works and how it is a very powerful tool for data analysis or data interpretation or creating or having insight from your data set. Let's go, as I said, to my case study using an Excel file or Excel data set in my computer. So the data set that I want to analyze or get insight from ChatGPT is a food security data set on household. And I have 8 columns, and I have some demographic information such as the head, the age of the head of the household size, the number of children in this household, the sex of the household head, and I have 4 outcome indicators on the household, such as coping strategy index, HDS, HHS, and food consumption score. Please note the last 3 columns are I just put the name of the variable, and I did not provide any information. Pay attention on what ChatGPT will be doing and how it will interpret. And it's amazing finding that and capacity that ChatGPT has. So let us bring this data set in ChatGPT and start our investigation by questioning and by adding some prompt. Okay, so now I am in the ChatGPT I am in my ChaptGPT account, and as you can see, I have the free version, ChaptGPT 3.5, and I have the paid version, which is ChaptGPT 4, and I already activate the code interpreter here. So I just need to click on the code interpreter, and to upload a dataset, it's so easy. You just have to click the plus button here and look for the dataset in your computer. And you can see that I'm gonna upload this dataset. And when it's done with uploading, I can just start putting my prompt here. So I have a couple of prompts that I already tested, and one of them that I would like to start in is, can you explain me this dataset in one paragraph? So I want to have an explanation. I want ChatGPT to explain me what is this dataset. So I will basically copy and paste this prompt in ChatGPT and see how it responds to me. And I plug it and I click the arrow to send the message, and ChatGPT will start running its model and analyzing the dataset and provide me some response based on the language. So you can see that now it is working, and it will show me the response. Here you go. Appreciate the beauty of this technology. All right, as you can see, it has provided me an explanation of the data set. And for each variable, for each prompt that I had in my data set, it provided me an explanation. And you know, the amazing thing that I found is that, you remember in the data set, I had HGDS, HHS, food consumption score, and I did not tell ChatGPT what it is, but it was able to go in his language model and make reference to of the meaning of this variable. And as you can see, for example, here, it says another index or count specific is HGDS. Yeah, so it has provided me, for example, the information about this data set, and it says to me that this data set appears to contain information about household. Each row seems to represent a unique household, which is true, and it provides me information about the data set. So I can continue to ask him, and I said, okay, can you tell me the meaning of FCS? And we'll see what it will give to me. It's looking through its. All right, so you see, and this is true. It's telling me that the term food consumption is the context of the household data set, typically stands for food consumption score. Isn't it amazing how this chatbot is able to tell me for each of my variable, definition of variable? Obviously, there is a human judgment as a professional to take this in quote and read it, and to really be sure that it reflects on this variable. So another thing that I would like to do with ChatGPT is providing additional information. So, and I said, now, okay, can you describe the data set? Let's see how what is the result of that ChatGPT will give me. Copy and paste it, and let's see what are the results. It's working. It's looking at its training data set, and you can see that for each variable, it has provided me the descriptive statistic. For example, ChatGPT is telling me that the average age of the head of the household is about 33 years. It also, the age distribution has a standard deviation of 11.7. And this is amazing how quick it has given me the information. Let's see what it is telling me for the food consumption score, for example. You know, the average food consumption score is about 51.26. The minimum is 8, and the maximum is 100. The standard deviation is 19.5. Wow, what a tool. All right. So I have others prompt that I want. For example, as a monitoring, evaluation, and learning specialist, I'm using the dataset to learn, to get takeaways from dataset. So I can ask ChatGPT what is the lesson learned, what are the takeaways. So in that case, I want to have the 3 main takeaways from this dataset. So let me copy this prompt that I already tested. What is the main 3 takeaways, or what are the main 3 takeaways from this dataset? Just copy it, and I will plug it in my ChatGPT, and we'll see what we will get. I appreciate the technology that you can use for monitoring, evaluation, and data analysis. 10 things that you will take probably an hour or 2 hours to do. ChatGPT is able to do it for you in less than 1 minute. For example, let us take food consumption score. It says the food consumption score and the coping strategy index show considerable variability. The range in food consumption suggests difference in food security across households. Similarly, the variability in coping strategy index suggests that households employ a range of strategies to deal with hardships or challenges. Oh my God. When I discovered that, I just said to myself, ChatGPT is making my job much easier. It will increase my productivity. And more than that, as a male person or as a M&A person, I want to take the data set and try to write an article. And because ChatGPT is a machine, is a computer, I need to give ChatGPT some context of the data set. And by providing some context to ChatGPT, it will be able to, for example, write a draft a simple article for you. For example, I drafted a prompt, and that prompt is, okay, this data set is from a survey conducted in X country through a program implemented by the Y NGO and funded by Z donor, right? And I said, with that context, can you write me an article based on this data set? Let's plug this prompt in ChatGPT and see what is the result. All right. Can you see the beauty of this? Not only has provided me a suggested title, what a nice, leveraging data for impact, unveiling household dynamic in X country. Remember the X country? That was the context that I gave ChatGPT. And it started to write a sample of the article for me. A comprehensive data set recently collected and released by Y NGO. Remember, I said I provided the Y NGO as a context and funded by Z donor. So ChatGPT was able to take the context, plug it in the data set, analyze it, and write or respond to the prompt that I asked him to do for me, which was write an article in the data set. Here you go. Take a look at this. Isn't it amazing how this stuff can help us? How this stuff will improve or will make us more productive in our work? That is amazing. I don't have a word to express when I found this, this capacity or this capability. So now let's move on another aspect that I discovered from ChatGPT. If you're a coder or if you are like a Pythoner, someone who uses code, and how, using this example, how this is going to improve you, make you work better, make you work fast. let me take a pause, and I'll come back and explain you how this can make you a better coder in your work. Okay, so um, ChatGPT code interpreter is using under the hood Python, and so it's basically using Python code under the hood to run or to interact with the AI model to provide you the response. And I think it makes sense for OpenAI to use Python, because my understanding is that Python is really an easy programming language to learn, and it's probably the most used programming language in the domain of data science, machine learning, and also natural language. So I think it makes sense for OpenAI to use Python. And the cool thing is that, whatever question or prompt you ask ChatGPT, it will not only give you the response, but also it will provide you the code that has been used under the hood to provide you the response. And and this is a really good feature for coder or programmer. So, for example, let us use the same data set and ask him a question about the relationship between the two variables. So I have a prompt that I created, which is, can you create a visual to represent HDS and food consumption score relationship? So I want ChatGPT to provide me, to give me this answer, and then I will also ask him to provide me the Python code which has led to this chart, and then we can ask ChatGPT to make some modification, and we'll see. So I'm going to copy that one, and you will see how it works. Very, very easy. So I just copy and paste and plug it in ChatGPT, and it will generate the chart for you. Taking a little bit of time to work. All right. So not only it provides you the description of the data set, but also it will create the chart. And it says you ask it a visual representation for the relationship between HDS and food consumption score. And it says it is recommended. Sorry, it is recommended. It's common to use, a scatter plot to visualize the relationship between the two continuous variables. Let's create it. So you see it has created the relationship. And from that chart, we can see that there is a positive relationship as the HDS increase, the food consumption score increase, which I was expecting. And it's also explained to me this scatter plot, which is amazing in case that you don't master the variable that you're investigating. But the interesting part as a coder or as a programmer is that you can ask ChatGPT to show you the Python code behind that was used to generate this chart. And you just go here on show work, and it will show you the Python code that has been used. As you see that it has telling me that it has used the matplotlib and the Seaborn library, and then it's giving me all the code that it has used for creating this chart. And I think this is a really, really cool feature, because you can also copy that code, right? And then plug it in your own integrated environment for doing Python. For example, in my case, I'm using Jupyter Notebook, so I just copy that code here. And I can go in my Jupyter Notebook here, and then I can just plug that code and it will work. So I think from a data quality perspective, I can trace it's increase the transparency. People can see where where the response are coming. And I think this is very important for monitoring evaluation person who want to have transparency on how the data has been analyzed. One interesting thing also that I can ask ChatGPT to do for me is, I'll say, okay, he has provided me a chart, but maybe I want to do some changes in my chart. For example, the point are in green, but I don't want, for example, my point to be shown in green. I want in a blue, right? So I can say to ChatGPT, okay, can you change the color of the point in the scatter plot as blue, and let's see how it change it for me. Okay, it's working, it's addressing my question. All right, as you can see, it has changed it in blue for me. And the nice thing is that I can learn how to do that change in my IDE. For example, I can also ask to show me the work that it has done. So you can see, for example, here, there is a change in the color here, where it has put the color of my chart as blue. You see? Blue, which was different, was not there in the previous chart or previous code. Go back, you see? It is basically the same code, but it did not show me how to change the color. So I think this is a really good feature that ChatGPT introduced, because you can not only see the code that has been used to create the chart, but you can also ask ChatGPT to make some changes in the code to create the perfect chart that you want, or the perfect visualization you want, and plug it in your own IDE. I think those are the really great features that ChatGPT has included. And as a male person, as a person who is really looking at dataset, analyzing my dataset, those are really, really, really important feature to consider in ChatGPT. Okay, in this video, I was mainly focusing on showing you how you can use ChatGPT Code Interpreter for data analysis or getting insight from your data set. But you can use ChatGPT Code Interpreter for different reasons. For example, one of the things that I'm seeing right now is that you can use it for data cleaning and for pre-processing your data or your data set for supervised and unsupervised machine learning, because you know that before running machine learning algorithm, you need to pre-process your data. So it can be really helpful or useful tool for pre-processing your data set. Also, you can use it for computer vision and image analysis. I'm eager to hear from your side what was your experience in using computer vision and image analysis, particularly in the field of monitoring and evaluation. And I know, for example, you can use computer vision for doing the beneficiary or registration for your program. So I'm eager to hear a little bit more on your experience, and don't hesitate to share your experience on that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope that you will find it very useful for your work. And I hope that you will apply some of the things that you have learned today in this video. Please feel free to put comment below in the comment box. And also I will attach the copy of the prompt that I've been using in this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you can be informed and you can be aware when I'm releasing new video. As this year, I will be releasing a little bit more video around Python, ChatGPT, and data analysis. And I'm also planning to use to release some video around how you can combine ChatGPT and some visualization tools such as Power BI. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching again. Take care.